for your business. So I actually have a couple of questions. So I figured out there's a few people who are prospects in here, but raise your hand if you have been in direct sales for 1 year or less. 1 year or less, okay? How about 5 years? Who's been in for 5 years? That's awesome. 10 years? Amazing.
Close.
Okay, yeah, that's great. That
15.
I was gonna say, anybody
Actually,
further?
I was 16 if you count 20.
Awesome.
21.
Love it. How many?
15.
Awesome. Very, very cool. So that just goes to show that this industry works, right? People wouldn't stay with business model for that long if it wasn't proven. I myself, my mom actually grew up, she was a Mary Kay director. She like had the car, she had the, so I grew up watching her and she always inspired me. But funny enough, you'll find out I didn't want to do this. This was not my goal.
Surprise!
I know, funny how life happens. So I love this quote: the future belongs to the consistent, not the most talented, not the luckiest, but the ones who show up, even when it's hard. Even when it's hard, this business can be hard, right? Effort never betrays you. Keep showing up. You have to have a lot of grit and grace and commitment when you are in direct sales. Network marketing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you might already know this, but a lot of us probably don't know. What is your goal? So I was chatting with somebody who was like, I'm a personal use, but I'm, oh, there she is. She's personal use, but she wants to maybe start selling, but she's a little nervous. Sometimes if you put pen to paper and you really think about why am I here, what's my purpose, what's driving me, what are my big goals, it really helps. So you don't have to do it now, but think about it, put it in your phone, put it on a sticky note, put it up on your mirror every day when you're looking at it, when you know your path, and that goal can change, right? But number one thing in this business, and you'll hear me say it, is always lead with the opportunity, because we'll get into that. All right. Who am I? As I said, I never really wanted to go into direct sales. I loved my mom. I loved watching her, but I was corporate hungry. I went to a Big Ten school, and I landed my dream job. I moved out to Washington, D.C. I was out there for a year, and living the life, worked right next to the White House. I was in marketing and communications, and all of a sudden COVID hit, and I lost that dream job. I was out there actually only for 11 months, and I suddenly was about to be homeless, because you can't afford DC if you're not making money, and jobless. And at the time, I actually was with a direct sales company, but I was not working the business. I was like, I don't want to put the effort in. This is not for me. I'm just gonna be personal use. Well, life happened, and I was in the nail industry. So as I'm about to be jobless and homeless in Washington, I go, oh my gosh, I literally have a business opportunity at my fingertips. So I had to lock in. I had to put my head down. I remember for 3 months I went home. This was 2020, right? So for 3 months I went home, packed up with my 2 dogs, and I went and lived with my parents for 3 months. I sat on the living room floor and I watched every YouTube video. I started finding people that were in network marketing that I could look up to, that I could emulate, that I could admire. And I started at 0 too. I started at nothing. I've been with this company since February. As you heard, I did earn the turkey trip. I'm almost about to be an Emerald Director. We're working at it. That doesn't happen overnight, but that goes to show how long you can be in the business and you can really build, right? So in 6 months, our team has already achieved that. And why is that? Because I always lead with the opportunity. And I coach my girls to always lead, my team. There's men in this business too, to lead with the opportunity. So I went from corporate, but here's the fun fact. I actually was miserable in my corporate job. And not saying corporate world isn't for everybody, but I really did not love it. And then as I went into direct sales, I found my freedom and I found my passion. And this opportunity allows so many things, and you have to share about that, right? Talk about the with your kiddos, how much opportunity it's given you guys, the ability to travel. You don't have to take time off, and everybody has different goals and aspirations with this business, but you can dream big, and the sky is the limit with direct sales, right? right? Is everybody inspired by the opportunity? Raise your hand if you're inspired by direct sales opportunity. It's exciting, right? So for me, it took losing a job to get motivated, and not saying that everybody has to have that abrupt, but you can create that momentum for yourself. You just have to commit and lock in. True freedom isn't handed to us. It's carved out with courage, discipline, and relentless effort. Freedom is kept by those who refuse to quit. Grit and grace. All right, mindset. Mindset is everything. It can be a little scary doing this, right? It's a little nerve-wracking. It's like, oh my gosh, people are gonna judge me. I remember when I committed and I was back home, I was like, oh my gosh, what are my high school friends gonna think about me? Who cares what they're gonna think about me? I'm like, they're not paying my bills, right? They're not paying my bills. They're not gonna get my, whatever. So I really had to let go of what anybody may or may not be thinking about you, because we get in our own head really a lot. But truth be told, when you're going live or you're posting, I know, how many people have gone live on your public pages? How many people are terrified to do that? Right? I get it. It's okay. I've been there, because we're thinking about what other people may or may not be thinking. But at the end of the day, they're not going to sleep at night being like, wow, Tamara, why did she do that? Because they're not thinking about you. Again, they're not paying your bills, right? No one else will do it for me. It's up to me and me alone. Nothing in this industry is handed to us. Nothing, right? It's about power and persistence and all the things. Do it scared. Learn as you go, but just go. You just gotta dive in. I always just tell people, just go 1 toe in the water, and then you're in. That toes in the water, right? You don't have to do it. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just show up. The clarity comes from the doing. The growing happens in the mess. When I first started working, I was like, okay, I know it's not gonna happen right away, but gosh, I would love to make some money. I would love to. So I pretended, in my head, like I had a huge team. I pretended like I was super successful. I pretended like I had everything I ever wanted, and then I projected that to my audience. My confidence radiated to anybody who was talking to me, because I was like, I'm gonna go places with this business. Who's coming with me? Otherwise, they're gonna be left behind. And they saw that in me, and they saw that energy. It takes work. Don't be fooled. I was super nervous. I was super nervous talking to people at first. This was 8 years ago. So I said, well, I started in 2017, and then I really committed in 2020 when I lost my job, right? So as I mentioned before, I started at 0 too. I had 0 followers on Instagram. I had 0 teammates. I had not $1 to my name, barely. I had to work. Nothing worth having is handed to us. The life you dream of is built one bold step, one hard-earned win at a time. And then I like this quote at the bottom. It says, shift from fear to faith. So we're all nervous, but you gotta have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in the industry. You're all here because you all have faith in pharmacy, right? As Renee said, I haven't been with a company that I haven't felt more confident and more grounded that we are in the right place. And the fact that they've been here for 7.5 decades and they listen to it, I could go on and on about how great this company is. So at least we have the faith in the company. Now you have to work on having faith in yourself. From comparison is the thief of joy, to confidence, right? It's how you present yourself. I can do this. I want this. I'm gonna build my team. I'm gonna grow, because I say this a lot too. I'm gonna go off screen here, but energy is contagious. This is one of my things. Energy is contagious. So if you're like, and then they're just gonna be like, okay, they're gonna know that you're not. So practice, right? It's okay if you get nervous, because again, we all have to start somewhere. Borrow a neighbor, borrow a friend, call your cousin. I don't care, maybe a partner or someone in your house. Talk to them like you're talking about the opportunity. And you just have to remember, we love this. We're the masters of this business. We love the products. We know and love the products. That's why you're even thinking about growing a team. Remember, you are the expert. They have no clue. Talk to them like you're talking to a friend, right? I love these. You would love these. This would be so great for you. And there we go, share from the heart. You love these products. You're simply sharing what you love. It's like sharing a drink from Starbucks. You go on your Instagram and you got the new cookie crumble, sugar coated, whatever from Christmas holiday. And you're talking about it and you're sharing it, but you're not getting paid from Starbucks, right? But you have the confidence to share it because everybody else is sharing it, right? Just think of Farmasi as the same thing. It's like you walk into Target and you find a new dress and you take a picture and you're like, I got this at the, we're doing it every day already. Take the pressures of the business off of it and just remember you're using these products that we're a lifestyle brand too, which I absolutely love. We are using these products from sunrise to sunset. That means all day, every day, we have an opportunity to be talking about the business. First thing I do, I wash my face with water and then I put the vitamin C serum on. I'm putting that in my stories. My neighbor knows I use it. My Uncle Peter, he goes, well, I was on Facebook and all of a sudden you were telling me not to put bronzer between my eyebrows. And I said, well, you learned something today, didn't you? We have so many opportunities to share. And the more you share, the more confident you're going to become. And it just is going to start feeling more natural. You gotta just push through, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's when growth happens, right? There's nothing more rewarding than building your team and doing this alongside with other people. Always lead with the opportunity. Okay. This is hard for a lot of people, but I'm gonna tell you what, Farmasi also has a setup for success here. Because why? Why would we let our friend buy a $100 super elixir oil from us when they're our friend and we know that she could get it for $50? She could get that for half off. I would not be a good friend if I was like, I can't take $50 from her. That's how easy it is for you to have somebody join your team. You just have to share and be like, so just so you know, you can join for $19.99. There's no strings attached. There's no monthly fees. There's no sales or purchase requirements. You can literally just come in the door for $19.99, and that $100 super elixir is going to be half off. So you paid $20 to join, so you just saved yourself $30. And what does that do? That gets them in the door. It opens their eyes to the fact that they get to buy all of their sunrise to sunset, toothbrush, NutriPlus, everything in between at half off. Some people don't want to come in and work the business right away, right? Sometimes we have to just lead with being like, hey, you can have these products for half off too. It's as simple as that. It is truly just having a conversation with them, educating. That's it. You all are here because somebody educated you, right? Imagine if they didn't offer that opportunity to you and you didn't wouldn't you be upset if you found out that you could have been getting 50% off this whole time? And it's up to us. And Farmasi, the way the comp, as Renee went over, the way the comp plan is set up, truly, it's a no-brainer. Okay, I want a little interaction here. I don't know where to start. I don't know who to talk to. It's so scary. Nobody wants to learn. We're 20 years in the industry, everybody, but 1 year in the industry. Where can you talk to people about Farmasi? How can you start offering the opportunity? Say it out loud. Friends, church, social media. Yes. Yeah. You could have a girls' night. You could do it at your kids' sports events. There's so many ways. It's endless, but I know it's overwhelming and it's daunting at first, but you just have to remember, I think some of you saw me going around taking videos of you all wearing your lipsticks. I said, what's on your lips? You're carrying your lipstick with you, right? Like, we have Farmasi in and on our bodies every day. Talk about it. Tamara, how do you have so much energy? That's because I take NutriPlus, right? Like, obviously you don't have to have my energy, and it takes a while to get here, but I do share in that way, you guys. It's true. Okay. All right. Actually, Renee said this before too. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about how you're going to make money, or obviously you can have self-pep talks with you, but when you are talking about the opportunity, it is all about them. What can this do for them? How can this business change their life? How can you gain more confidence? And don't overthink it, you guys. I don't want to make this as a high-level training, but truly, I just want to let you know it's so easy. Really, you just got to take the pressure off of yourself and think about that person. Ask questions. If I have one tip about being confident in building your team, like especially on social media, because we can, who knows the term, word vomit. We don't want to say too much, right? So when you make it about them, when you ask them questions, especially because there's a product here, it's a lifestyle brand, there's a product here that speaks to everybody, right? So if it's nutrition or if it's makeup, you can say to them, hey, what's speaking to you? And, or, you know, if they don't know, you can say, well, do you have a skincare routine? Cassie didn't, you know?
She didn't.
You know, you can ask them that and maybe they'll benefit from it. So it's not about you, it's about them. That's when you ask them questions, that's when the real conversation starts coming in. That's where you start learning, and that's where the natural conversation will start to flow. This is a self-driven business. You are your own boss. That means it's your responsibility and only your responsibility. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So go back to your goals that I talked about, that you're writing down, and you're going to put it on your mirror, and you're going to stare at your goals, and you're going to understand why you're doing this. Maybe it's vacations, maybe it's more money, maybe it's community, whatever it is. Keep your why at your focus, and it will help you grow. The fortune is always in the follow-up. I don't think I have to explain that, right? When you're talking to somebody and they show interest, of course you want to keep nurturing that relationship, and you keep going back. No, okay, this is bad. My mom was. No doesn't mean no, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. No doesn't mean no in direct sales, because a lot of people are scared. I said no 100 times before I actually lost my job, and then I'm like, okay, yes, I guess I'm gonna do this. But I was a no, but I loved the products. So just keep following up, keep questions going, be genuine, and pretty soon you're gonna see that they're gonna want to do this because you've figured it out, you've helped them figure it out. Half the time they don't know. It's about educating them and helping them understand, okay, this is for me, this is good, I can do this. And of course, like I said, energy is contagious. So think about how you're serving up the energy. How are you talking to people? How are you offering the opportunity? Are you confident? Do you love this? Is that showing through as you're talking to them? Just take a deep breath before you go in, you know, or just have a natural conversation, right? Like just have a natural conversation. It doesn't have to be hard. And again, you are worth it. Your dreams and goals are achievable. You all are here, you're committed. That means you're well on your way. There's people who have been in the industry for 15, 20 years. It's working. It's a tried and true model. You can do this, you can build. This is my full-time job. When I was young, I never ever dreamed that this would be my full-time job. And now we're close to 1,000 people on our team in 6 months. I mean, not saying everybody can do that, but it's pretty inspiring, right? It's worth working towards. It's worth putting in that energy. It's worth putting in that time. And everyone has different goals. I'm not saying you have to be me, but if it's an extra $200 a month, if it's an extra grocery bill being covered thanks to Farmasi, that's life-changing for people. That is life-changing. It could be a car payment. You don't know, as someone else said this too, you don't know what that person might be missing in their life, so everybody is an opportunity to talk to about joining this business. You don't judge. Don't judge, because once you judge, you're gonna be like, dang it, they joined with somebody else. Who would have thought, you know? Yep. Okay, thank you. That was it. Let's grow. Do you feel a little bit